This one definitely goes out to the program and all the people who played here before.
The Mustangs have won 6 Mink League championships in their 11 years of existence.
Programs preach the word culture, but how does one build it? Look no further than up in Maryville, Missouri.
Northwest Missouri State. They are the national champions.
We developed an attitude, now the word is culture, of a family, that we cared about each other. That was the most important thing. That team was more important than the individual.
Churchman's Bearcats won 3 national titles and made countless playoff appearances. But in the beginning, there wasn't much success.
We felt like we had to change a lot of things, and there was a sense of losing that was accepted.
When Churchman and his staff arrived in 1994, the Bearcats didn't win a game.
All of our coaches believed we were going to win, even when we were 0-11.
So it became important to change the mindset.
We felt like we had to recruit high-character kids, kids that were interested in getting an education, because that's what Division II is really all about.
One of which ended up playing pivotal roles in Northwest's future success.
The D1 schools were stringing me along. The D2 schools were making offers for official visits, but I was kind of pushing them all off, thinking I'm going to be a D1 athlete.
A decorated football player at Excelsior Springs, Wes Simmons visited several schools. He saved Northwest for last, but not for reasons you might think.
That was the one school on the planet that I said I would never go to because my parents went there.
Once Simmons got to campus, though, something just clicked.
These coaches had placed a value on relationships, and they had used their authority to cultivate an atmosphere where relationships flourish.
We're not going to worry about what other people have. We're going to talk about what we have.
It was authentic. Coach T and his staff were authentic. They weren't just selling you on an idea about how we're going to be a family and we're going to value relationships over performance. I'm not sure they even ever said those words. They just embodied it.
Simmons started on back-to-back national championship teams in the late 90s. Memories he cherishes, but Churchman's coaching style led him toward his dream.
We all know that there's more to a great athlete than just a great skill set, or there's more to a great team of just a collection of talented individuals.
Simmons' vision to help coaches expand their ideas led him to a relationship that ultimately changed his life. When former Florida State coach Jeff Duke came to Empower U in 2009, presenting a workshop called 3D Coaching.
Essentially is about helping coaches understand why they coach and then developing strategies for all 3 dimensions of the athlete.
The workshop set off a light bulb in Simmons' head, but it also jump-started then Mustangs manager Matt Johnson.
It really opened up my perspective to being able to understand the athlete, being more of a servant leader rather than my way or the highway.
Johnson also traces his fundamentals back to Churchma, even though it was 2 completely different sports.
He was living it. It wasn't just, on the surface, this is what it is. You kind of get that persona sometimes in athletics or, sometimes in the workforce, but he was actually living it.
Churchma's impact in the 3D coaching model helped guide Johnson and the Mustangs to several Mink League titles.
The St. Joseph Mustangs have won the 2019 Mink League Championship.
The success even carried over to new manager Johnny Coy, who embraced the servant leadership mentality with the club and also his Benton High School team.
It was a great opportunity for those kids to, get out and serve their community and, just give back to the people that love them so much.
A repeat title for Northwest Missouri State.
The Bearcats and Mustangs built sustained success. The formula and it factor coming from the same place.
Coach in the 90s, in a roundabout way, is now affecting coaches here in St. Joe, and it's spilling out into the streets in pockets of good and pockets of beauty, especially in light of current events going on here in our community. Maybe this community could learn something from a coach that's overhauled a culture successfully before.
You have to start by believing in each other. That to me is the key. You have to embrace what you have and make the most of what you have, and when you do that, I feel like good things will happen.